No secret that WWE is in need of healthy talent, especially on the women's side. Kind of have a hole right now. Rhea Ripley is on the shelf. Becky Lynch didn't resign with WWE. We have Jade and Bianca on one brand. Tiffany kind of went into the shadows after a recent incident. And Bayley's barely ever advertised now. Damage Control is doing mid-carding things. It's weird, especially on the women's side of wrestling. So who's going to fill that role? Tiffany Stratton had that role for quite some time until what recently happened. So we need someone to fill in. Who is going to take this championship, basically, that Becky Lynch is surrendering at this point because she has not signed her contract, that we cannot have a champion walk off into the sunset with our belt? Well, there's been a fan favorite for a long time that's been starting to turn over a new leaf in the recent weeks because of this kind of a gimmick change. That being Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan is an interesting case for a lot of people. She's very divisive. You can either hate her or you love her, and it can go either way. Liv Morgan has been on the roster since 2017 and won her first championship in 2022. This championship was brought on by becoming Miss Money in the Bank and cashing it on Ronda Rousey. Originally, that wasn't the case. Vince McMahon is on record saying that he wanted Lacey Evans to be Miss Money in the Bank for weeks, even. Lacey was aware of this. But then at the last minute, he decided to change his mind and give it to Liv Morgan because he liked her a little bit more that week. Okay, he liked to wrestle a little bit more, but the change to give her the Money in the Bank isn't a very confidence-giving change. It's a spur of the moment, hey, this is my favorite wrestler this week type of change. She cashes in on Ronda Rousey and becomes champion, a short-lived reign that's also ended by Ronda Rousey at Extreme Rules 2022. Earlier that year, she had pinned the future World Women's Champion Rhea Ripley. That's the last time Rhea Ripley has been pinned. We'll get back to Rhea Ripley in just a second. The next year, she is placed into a position to be a mid-carding type talent where she's filling a role that, you know, a first-time champion really shouldn't be in at that point in time. She becomes the tag champion with Raquel Rodriguez, and she's kind of been demoted at this point. She gets put on the shelf by Rhea Ripley later on, and then becomes re-injured when she returns after Money in the Bank. Liv Morgan returned earlier this year at the Royal Rumble at the wonderful spot of 30, the most prized spot in all of the Royal Rumble, a spot that's only given to the talent you are proud to show. When you saw that with Sami Zayn, Sami Zayn is now IC champion after being Gunther's historic reign. So that goes the same for Liv Morgan, right? She's going to win the Rumble probably because she's got a history with Rhea Ripley, like I just stated, being a former tag partner with Rhea Ripley. So, she's a shoo-in to win the Royal Rumble, correct? No, she's second place. Bayley kicked her out of the ring, giving her the wonderful spot of being the 29th person in the ring for the second year in a row, after Rhea Ripley had beat her the previous year. Maybe she's a shoo-in for Elimination Chamber. Maybe that's her match type, right? She beat Zoe Stark to enter the Elimination Chamber, and she's second place once again to Becky Lynch, who won the Chamber to go on to face Rhea Ripley, the person Liv Morgan wanted so bad. Mania comes by, Rhea Ripley is still champion. Liv Morgan at this point is 1-6, only defeating Zoe Stark to enter the Chamber since her return. No wins until Mania, besides Zoe Stark. After Mania, Liv Morgan is dead set on this revenge tour being a thing. She wants to take everything from Rhea Ripley. Everything. So, what does she go after first? Rhea herself. Rhea gets attacked backstage by Liv Morgan, throwing a chair at her head and almost knocking her head off, but eventually puts Rhea on the shelf accidentally, but in kayfabe, purposely put Rhea Ripley on the shelf. There's no champion now. Raw sets up a 30-woman Battle Royal. Becky Lynch wins once again off the back of Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan second place again. Now fans, all across WWE are stating, why is Liv Morgan always second? Why do they never put their full backing on Liv Morgan? Well, some fans are like, she's never been that good. She's always going to be second place because that's where she is. She's a mid-carder. That's not where she's supposed to be. She's not supposed to be in the main event. She's not supposed to be your champion. The SmackDown thing was a fluke. It was Vince McMahon's type booking. It was never supposed to be. She was never that good. She was never that good in the mic. She was never that good in the ring. She's never been that good. Becky Lynch is left off the Backlash card, and also Liv Morgan is left off the Backlash card. Later the month in May, Liv Morgan challenges Becky Lynch at King and Queen of the Ring. Both come out in Britney Spears themed gear. It's a fun time. They put on a good match. It's at least a decent match in my opinion. And Liv Morgan's finally champion again. She is finally women's world champion. Now, this is all well good. That puts it on your resume. That looks awesome on your resume. And you are now the face of the women's division on Raw, at least. You have the responsibility. Triple H has put his full faith in you. The fans that were clamoring for you to finally get your spotlight are appeased. And some of the fans who were pissed about your performance have now seen the light after the last few weeks of you cutting promos on Becky Lynch. You've turned a new leaf. You have become so much better on the mic. So much better in the ring. Proving people wrong each and every night. That's good. You should be over the moon about that. That's not enough for Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan has a rematch against Becky Lynch in a steel cage on Raw the following Monday after King and Queen of the Ring. Okay, Becky Lynch has a rematch clause. Makes sense. This also is Becky Lynch's Ride in the Sunset match. So, maybe Becky wins and they secretly re-upped her contract? No. Why would Becky Lynch win? Why would Becky Lynch be gifted the opportunity to ride off in the sunset like she is CM Punk when you have Liv Morgan sitting right there? Not only does Liv Morgan win the steel cage match, she's had a side story with Dominic Mysterio that's only been in the background or a few seconds during interview segments. We see Dominic Mysterio exiting shortly after Liv Morgan from the same area. They give angry looks at each other during interviews, but nothing more. So after the steel cage match against Becky Lynch, Liv Morgan escapes the cage and sees Dominic Mysterio once again. Now, maybe you shoot a flirty glance to maybe piss off Rhea Ripley. You know, kayfabe, piss her off, make her a little bit angry, you know, cement that storyline, right? Makes sense. Blow a kiss maybe, you know, walk away a little flirty, little, you know. Liv Morgan breaks the internet. I mean, at this current moment of filming, she is 3 million shy of CM Punk's Survivor Series return. And we know how that blew up the internet. She kisses Dominic Mysterio, marking that Dominic Mysterio is now hers to Rhea Ripley. Liv Morgan has done something that is so insane in the last few months. She has gone from second place, second fiddle, to possibly the biggest draw right now in WWE. She is responsible for the biggest story currently in WWE. She is building the story all by herself. Rhea Ripley is currently on the shelf. She is not on TV at all. She is currently off with her wonderful fiance and buddy Matthews doing a bunch of fun things. It's awesome to see that she's happy and she's doing fun things and she's not just moping at home that she's not on TV, and I'm happy for her. But Liv Morgan is building the story so well on her own that she is breaking the internet. Something that, you know, maybe Becky Lynch does. Charlotte Flair will definitely do it. Bayley will definitely do it. Mercedes Moné has done it. Plenty of people have done it. But Liv Morgan has crafted a story so well that it has gained attention for people. It has been the #1 thing you have seen on the internet over the last week and a half. She is the talk of the town when it comes to WWE. And this is coming from someone who has had unlucky roadblock after unlucky roadblock. She was never given full faith in when it came to Vince McMahon. She was never given the opportunity to become this main event star until she had to step up into a place where there was no main event. And that's the most important thing. I think Liv Morgan might be the most valuable piece in WWE's women's division at the very least, because when someone can't do their job, whether they're on the shelf or they struggle or whatever, Liv Morgan steps in and takes a hold. She makes sure that everything goes smoothly, and that's great. That's your role player on your bench. It's great. But Liv Morgan over the last year has not settled for that. She has destined herself to become the main event, to become part of the names like Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Becky Lynch, Bayley that you utter when you talk about the top women currently on the roster. Liv Morgan is not settling for second fiddle anymore. She has improved herself so much in the Royal Rumble, even just the Royal Rumble, that she has made her path. This isn't her, getting lucky. This isn't, gaining a bunch of steam after an unlucky event like Becky Lynch did with the Mad. This is her making her path. She has made her path, and I think Liv Morgan is destined to do more. She is only 29 years old, which I know that sounds a little bit old if you're talking from a sports perspective, like, we talk about the NFL, the NBA, but that's still pretty fucking young when you talk about wrestling. We have wrestlers like Randy Orton, who are currently 44 years old, still wrestling. Becky Lynch is 37. There's plenty of great wrestlers right now who are doing the work at an older age, and catching the steam at 29 is awesome. Liv Morgan is destined to become a great. Maybe not one of the GOATs. She could be easily if she continues on this meteoric rise. If she can put herself in the conversation with Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley over the next year when Rhea Ripley comes back and the story continues to progress as she becomes champion, as she continues to defend this championship at, Money in the Bank, Clash of the Castle, Bash in Berlin, who knows? Who knows where this goes? But it all ends with Rhea Ripley, and the story they're about to tell is about to be a generational one due to her mind game she is playing with Rhea Ripley when it comes to Dominic Mysterio, the Judgment. She's been seen talking to every single Judgment Day member besides Damian Priest. She is playing games, and she wants to win. This isn't checkers, she's playing chess. And it's super exciting to see from a fan of Liv Morgan that she's finally getting the recognition she deserves, because, as many fans will say, she's had the potential all along. And she's finally putting good use to it.